gonna hook our little hitch up on here. A lot of guys want to see how this thing works. Well, some days it's really simple. Some days it's nice if you got a little help. You got to get down in here, and he's got to flop there. He's got to flop there. He's got to flop there, and bang, you're locked. Now we're hooked up, supposedly ready to go. And like Ann says, she ain't seen this move either, but I got to get my rods over here so they don't shake all off. That old rod up here, I think he'll ride good, but I'm going to put him in there in my little broom. But when I have them in there, they stay put. So we're just getting headed out to go clean this little bugger up. So Han will probably catch us on the move, and then we'll catch you up on the other end, because this is quite rattly when it goes. It's old-fashioned, made out of steel.
Who needs a horse when you got a four-wheeler? There he is. He's locked up, ready to sit. Now we can unhitch, and we're going to start smoking some hams. Oh, he was up there, got him all clean, gussied up. So anyway, we're going to get back after you here in a little bit. We got to go get some hams ready, and we'll show you a little bit what we do there before they go in the oven. And we're going to fire the old stove up here quick. Catch you in a bit. Hey, just getting ready. I was going to set this up on the top, but I think for today we're going to be working around it. I'm going to go lean up against the wall here, but I just had to let you know, if you watched us hook that up. Did you ever hook up a horse to a little buggy? You go click, click, and you're ready to go. Just as simple. Same way as unhooking it. So. Okay, now we gotta get our secret thing. We'll stop over and get some more wood. But anyway, this should get things going. You're doing it, but they're too heavy for me to carry. So I said, Dan, you get on one end. So now you just get to see the two hams in there, but we'll be unwrapping them after a bit, because this is going to be a process of hot smoking and cold smoking. So we're going to not do any smoking while it's red hot. We're going to cook the hams. Then we'll show you what the fire needs to be like when you smoke. Okay, here we go. Close the door. Okay. Now we're logging that old bugger up. Okay, we got everything set. And now we're smoking 2 big giant hams. They're big ones. And you'll get to see the fire draft is going. We're going to go to a hot smoke. Our temperature just got started. We're just getting up to maybe 100 degrees in the smokehouse. And we'll show you. We're going to take her up to about 300 here. And then we're going to show you why we're doing that. And then if you get looking, a little bit of a downdraft, but see our old smoke he's shooting out of the chimney up there. Then I'll just watch this when I shut this up. You want to see things puffing. Oh. Yeah, I got a little smoke coming out of there all over the place. Even over here. Okay, now we'll see him puffing. He's like, he ain't getting no air. Okay, now we'll open it back up. Oh, he says, thank God you did that. Now I can burn. Okay, but anyways, sometimes you got to have a little fun when you're out here doing this, but I was going to show Ann what it looked like when you didn't give it a draft. She ain't been around this a lot, so this way she'll get a giggle. She's getting first-hand experience on this. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Gee, that almost looked like the dirty 30s when I was pulling that out of here. I'm telling you, it is dry out here. And shit, all the snows and rains, they're even going around, so yeah, something else. So anyway, we'll catch you as we're going a little bit more on this. Okay, we're going to show you Grandpa Charlie's. That's my grandpa. His old evener that used to be on his mower that he could set his sickle suction with that we used for brakes. And the old wrench that's on the other side of his old granary. Mm-hmm. Now, we don't know for sure, but we think that went with the mower because it used to have a little toolbox. Because it's got an inch open end wrench. It's got an inch bolt here. And then this is some of the linkage arms that went with it down to here. And part of this. And then we welded it on to our bracket down here. And if you notice, this is half a horseshoe that we put on here. That's come from the Sunquist that came up with the boxes on their journey when they came to South Dakota. Okay, and we put the other half on the other side because all they had was one horseshoe that we found on this place. Okay, now the Jolinex had one that we found there. And I forgot to tell you about this step we put over here, which I said a lot of stuff on it. But it has a half a horseshoe on it. And that came from Jolinex. Now, my Uncle Lee, which was the oldest boy in the family, Charlie's, his horseshoe we put right up front with Charlie's 2 stub axles off his elevator. See, there used to be wood hooked to here that made these a lot wider. Well, we pulled them clear together and spot welded them and braced them a little bit. And this here's come from Uncle Lee. That was Charlie's first boy. Okay, and then this front part that we need to explain good. This is actually a bridle bit that we use for a handle for this. And that used to be a bridle bit you would use if you had your pretty mean horse. And this used to twist in here, and it twisted out here, and you could really pull him bad in the jaws back. And I always thought that was a mean bridle bit, but it's for a mean horse. Okay, and then here's one of Dad's old bridle bits off of his horse right in here. Okay, and if you look at this little thing here real clear, Ted's got little feather marks up there. This is an arrow going through his little heart with a little point on it. He even built that, he even painted it. Okay, and then this is like one of the little jingle bells. Okay, and then Hames was on our first one discussing Hames. I told Ann, I said, you know, after I seen that bug land on your lens when we was taping, I said, geez, how stupid. I think somebody up above was helping me out. These are Charlie and Dad's old Hames that we put on up front with all his stuff. And the Hames in the back, those are from Jerry boxes or Earl boxes, Dad's, these back here. And they are just a little bit different. I think, yeah, and they ain't much different, because I think the same company built them for the military. But the only thing they did have on the bridle that went with these hames, okay, on this little part right here, going back to the brace and bit that went in the house, this was a little bit bigger here, and it says US on this. But see, this has nothing. This is just a plain one. Now, the old bridle for those hames is up in the shop, so we'll find that for you someday, and we'll show you that. I don't have to tell any stories. They only believe half the truth. Okay, so you see this handle that's on here, and all this here. Okay, we did a little different painting on it so you can notice it more. But see, this all goes with Charlie's old horse, his old horse mower. And I never run one of them mowers, so I can't even tell you how this works on a mower. All I did was tear it off of there, and I studied it out, and I thought, well, shit, that will really work good for my brakes. So, and see this here, like when you want to take the brakes off, see like this here gets pulled out. See like this here is kind of spring loaded here. And then this piece just kind of pulls out. Okay, now it's open to go back. And see, it opens the brakes up. I mean, it ain't nothing fancy, but it does the job. Anyway, so that's kind of cute. And then Dad's old wheels on his binder. I think we improved things for his grease jerk. He had a little grease jerk there. And then on Charlie's, we even put some grease jerk stubs onto his old wheels. And that way we can kind of grease them up. But this axle that's in here is the axle out of his old horse elevator. I don't know if when we talk about an old horse elevator, it was an old wooden elevator that had a shaft that came off from it, and they had a circle turned up, and that take a horse and he'd go round and around, and he would turn the shaft and run their elevator. So that's where that came from. It all rotted and fell apart, and we just dug the wheels out of the fence line. Oh, we're up to 300 here going over. Now we got to turn our draft down. We got the house is being hot enough. Okay, now we go over here and we shut down to about here. Now we want to try to maintain that 300 to 275 right in there. Now this little oven I was telling you about, like cooking in the front. Oh, boy, if you want to knock a roast off. See that guy? See, he's dropping down, see, but he was up to 500. Now he's starting to pull down, but you get him in around that 4 1/4. Holy shit, will it make a roast beautiful in this little oven up here. Phew, that's hot in there. You can just see the heat waves coming out. Wow. Hey, this has probably been maybe 3 or 4 minutes ago when we just had you on the air, kind of showing you our temperature in the smokehouse. We wanted to get into here around our little temperature, right in here, around that close to 250, 240. Okay, now it's going to maintain that for about 2 hours. Okay, now how we control that? It's a wood stove. So you have to shut the draft down. Remember, the draft was open to about here. Now we had to shut it down to about there. And cool the stove off. And he was up to about 475 there, and it's was over 500, but that 11 there, that's the temperature that really can cook a roast. Wow, unreal. Okay, just a little angle here. See how your wood is starting to get that white look in the ashes? Okay, and then the old oak, he cooks slow. That's just the way we want him. We want him just belching out a little smoke. And now we're getting ready to put in some bacon. And we're getting ready to open up the hams. And here we go. Open our old truck draft, send him out there. Sheesh. Ham should be getting beautiful again. Sheesh. Okay, and this little guy here, we're going to take it and turn him. Bring him up around here this way. And now we're going to unveil these little buggers. Okay, because these guys now, they're going to be getting ready for some smoke. Okay. Now we got to turn them around like this. I got to do a little bit more. And they'll get in there about like that. Okay. There, you got your bacon airborne. Let me get this out here. Now we close him up. Got everything going. Now Ann's going to add some little bit more seasoning on her bacon because she's hungry for some White House bacon. She'll probably grab her little finger, sprinkle a little bit around on there. Here she goes. Oh, hot in the smokehouse. Oh, gee whiz. She says, oh, Dad, I got something going there. Oh, shit, that's getting hot back in there. Oh, boy, there you go. Sometimes we make some sugar smoked hams, but this time we're going to we want them just plain. Yep, get you around the little edges around here. Oh. And if you got to take your little fingers and sprinkle around here towards the edges, don't be bashful. Hell, we washed our hands. Time the smoke gets done there, won't be able to smell your hand at all. And here she goes. Now she's heading clear to the back. Okay, and then we're going to leave that little bacon in there for about another half hour that way. And then we're going to be over here and we're going to be rotating him around. Oh, you can see he's starting to cook. We don't need a thermometer. When you see a little fat and stuff burning, we're getting our temperature just right. Okay, well, let's check out. How's our hams looking back here? Ooh, they're looking good. The tops are getting cracked on. That's about perfect. Now the color's starting to go in. Ooh, just starting. Okay. Now she's back with her phone again. And we're smoking meat. She wanted all this stuff cooked up for Thanksgiving, so I got her right involved in it. So now you can ask her how this is all done. We're just about down to what they call the cold smoke. So it's getting a combination of the different smokes. Now we got to go ahead and see if our product is getting this nice little red look to it. Ooh, that's nice and warm in there. Sheesh. Oh, there's ham, a little bacon. Phew. Like I told you, you got to clear the smoke out a little bit. Oh boy, there we go. Oh, the bacon. He's starting to look pretty good in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take him out here. Like this. There he goes. Now he gets to finish like that. See our smoke getting our hams all nice and pretty browned. And see our bacon, he's really looking nice and pretty on the top there. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, and it tastes really good. Hey, dog, before I wash my hands, you want to smell this stuff? Oh, this. What the hell's that? Oh, I can't like them, but just smell. Just smell. Just smell you on my nose. Ah! Jesus. Hey, you're being ornery to me. Now, here, to my guys that like their smoke, their meat and stuff, so they understand this. Remember how we told you it had a top damper on it? Okay, now, in the smokehouse, this got shut. That smoke can't get out. But it still can get out because it's got to come clear down to the bottom of the smokehouse. And see this little pipe clear down here? Oh, that's nice and warm. Now the smoke, in order to get out of there, it's got to get clear down here to get up out of the pipe to get out. Okay, then this guy here, we shut him down to about here. He's got a flapper in there, so it goes a little slower going out. So now we're holding that real rich smoke inside the smokehouse while the thing is doing her job. And that's how we can speed up our smoking time from like some of the guys put in the smokehouse for a couple days or something like that. Well, so we can do that all in this one here real quick, like, because we created our heat and our hot, and now we're doing it cold and it's drawing everything back in as it's cooling out, and the smoke is going down in there. So it's a neat little setup. I mean, for a simple little setup, and then you learn how to run it, it does a hell of a job. And see our little draft now? See where he just barely cracked? Ooh, look at that. And the flames in here. Now, if you look, This will probably puff smoke at us. Poof. See, I told you it would. See, we're smoking. Oh, that's some nice smelling smoke. Oof. Don't smoke, but see why I don't smoke. It make you smoke. But anyway, that's where he's smoking. Now that smoke is up inside there, and it's kind of on that upper rack, and it's got to work its way down to the bottom rack to get out of there. And then the heat that's up here is drawing that smoke back up and around, and it'll kind of make it rotisserate in there. And I think we rotate our little hams around, so they should be pretty good. We'll see how this turns out. Really warm. Let's see if we got any smoke coming out of here. Oh my. Ooh. Oh, where's Wrigley at? Boy, you can smell food, but oh man, can you smell food. Now we gotta get Ann and her bacon slab out here. Holy smokes, talk about some White House bacon. Holy smokes. That is gorgeous.
Just gonna finish on my bakings.
Oh yeah, Betty, she's already got an order. She wants to slab of that 4 baked beans. She'll want to hunk off of there. Look how everything got cured in it. Oh, and look, it's beautiful red tan colored. Oh, now that's what you call White House bacon. And Betty, she's already sniffing it out. Oh, see how you can see your fat's been rendered a little? Okay, when you get up to that and it renders fat a little bit, you're up around that 155, 160, and you don't want any more than that. And you don't need a thermometer or nothing, because it takes that kind of heat to do that. Okay, so now she's already got order. She wants to chunk at least about this much off of there, so she can slice up and cook. And just look at her, she's ready to make her baked beans. Look at that smile on her face. Oh, my White House bacon is back. Oh, she wants to put it in the bag, you know. This here, we're gonna hoard it from her. Green Gables over here. She wants to see them hams. Ooh. Betty is gonna be in charge of this aluminum foil. Okay. Okay, what we've got down in here is our smoked brine from cooking the ham, and it pulls a lot of the salt out of it. But we don't want to try to strip our ham of its salt flavor. So we soak these paper towels, and they come up here, and we wrap up our ham. Ooh. And here's where we're a little bit wasteful on paper towels. We just don't do that on 1 or 2 pieces. Because see, when this all cools down, things really change. Oh, we're gonna go down there and soak this little buddy up here somewhere. And then back up he comes around the ham again. Oh, and you gotta get a little spot here. And you wanna get this really covered up nice. Okay, what we're gonna go for is 3 layers. So anyway, I'll catch you later on the trail.